Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Nick's Quick Bits. Today I wanted to go over the notes on the neck. A couple of quick ways of learning the notes on the neck, and then why it's a good idea to learn the notes on the neck. There's loads of reasons why, but I'm just going to touch on a few. Right, let's get into it. Okay, firstly, how to learn the notes on the neck. Just memorize them, first of all. That's the easy answer. But people always look for shortcuts nowadays. So here's a couple of shortcuts. Learn the notes on the E string and the A string. Use the fret inlays to help. So on the E string, we have G, A, B. And on the A string, we have C, D, E. Looking at all our natural notes. Now, once you've got those, let's say you want to find a note on the D string. Rather than counting up from D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, we can just say, okay, what's this note here? We have an octave lower than the D string, and the octave is always 2 strings down, 2 frets across. So we know that this note is exactly the same as this note. And that shape stays the same for the A string and the G string as well. Kind of 2 strings up, 2 frets over. So that's kind of a trick that I like to use when I'm looking to search for a note. Kind of, what's this one here? What's this one here? F. Because everyone seems to learn the notes on the E and the A string first. Once you've got them, once you've got the E and the A string, then really you've got the D and the G string as well. So let's say, what's this here? A string. This note is an E because I know my fret markers, C, D, E, and then G, A, and B on the E string. It gets a little bit trickier when you go up to the B string, and rather than 2 frets across, we go 3 frets across. So if we want to find this note here, we can just memorize that it's a G. That would be the best thing to do. That would be the easiest thing to do. But if we want shortcuts, it's a G. Yeah? So 2 strings up, 3 frets across, and from here, 2 strings up, 2 frets across. Always a nice way to learn your octaves all over the fret, all over the fretboard, all over the neck. And then on the high E string as well, it's the same shape. So if we're on the G string, 5th fret, our octave is up here, again, kind of 3 frets over, 2 strings down. So that's one way for a little shortcut of knowing your notes along the neck. Obviously your 12th fret is your octaves, so it just starts again up here. The second way is just to pick C major scales or A natural minor scales. Why those scales? Because they use no sharps and no flats. And just learn them all over the neck. So start from C, or A if you prefer your minor pentatonics and your natural minors, and we can go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And if you learn those, obviously position 5, everyone seems to start at position 5 because that's where you learn your first minor pentatonic. But if you learn where your natural notes are, then that's really going to help. Alphabetical order, no sharps, no flats, because if you know your natural notes, then you should be able to find your sharps and flats pretty easy. That's it on that. Let's try and jump in and understand why it's good to learn the notes. So it's good to know your notes for a whole host of reasons. But what I've found useful when I've kind of figured out where my notes are and what it did to my playing was my improvising and my soloing. That's when kind of that part of my playing really took a step up. When I realised where my notes were, I could quickly find them, and what that meant for my soloing and my improvising. So let's say we have a basic chord progression in A minor, F major, G major, E minor, and then loop that again, A minor, F major, D minor, G. So we'll put that down as a backing track, and then we'll go over why it's nice then to know where your A is, your F, your G, and so on and so forth. And it really makes a difference to how you're soloing and how you're playing sounds. Okay, so let's find our root notes on the E, A and D string first. A, F, G, E, back to A, octave higher, F, D this time, and a G. Now we'll go again and put flourishes in between. Crazy. Alright guys, that's it from me. Quick lesson, but learn your notes on the neck. It's helpful. Helpful for theory, chords, soloing, sight reading, learn the notes on the neck. There's a couple of ways to do it and, well, how to implement it. Oh yeah, enjoy it. See you next time.